Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler for you. Series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff and drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I didn't see this one coming, but we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing super grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. And that is definitely the case today. Went over there. Stopped off at Speedway, you know, the speed with the way and the speed and the whole thing, you know it. And, you know, a lot of times when I go to gas stations and stuff like that, you know, I like to look around, see things, you know, possible review items. And, yeah, so I found something and I was like, well, that's definitely a thing I can review. So, what is it? What am I reviewing for you? It's boom! It's from 7 Select, which is the 7-Eleven in-house brand. If you didn't know, 7-Eleven owns Speedway and all of their stuff, so that's why you see 7-Eleven shit in Speedways. This is from their Replenish brand of basically sort of like knockoff Gatorade, you know, sports drink type stuff. It is caramel apple flavored. Alright. Again, I wasn't expecting that. I reviewed one of the Replenish flavors. They did a, what was it? A Rocket Pop flavor for, like, you know, the whole patriotic 4th of July thing. I did review that. You can check out that review if you're interested. And then now we've got fall coming up, so caramel apple flavored knockoff Gatorade. Yes! Let's give a thing for the thing. It looks like this. It looks kind of ha 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 ha. Sure, man. This could be good, or this could be terrible, or it could be somewhere in between. Really, there's just infinite possibilities. It smells apple-y. Let's give it a go. Alright. That's a lot of things. I guess first and foremost, I have to give them credit for going full in on it. Say what you want about it being a knockoff product. Like, I actually do like the Replenish brand, like, quite a bit. And one of the nice things about it is that a lot of times they'll give you deals on stuff. You know, for a while they were doing buy one, get one free, so I definitely took advantage of that. But even then, usually they're a little bit definitely cheaper than Gatorade, usually even Powerade. Which is messed up in my head, because it's like, I remember back when, a few years ago, you could get 3 Powerades for $5, you know, no problem. Now, not a chance in hell. But Replenish, you might be able to. But no, I gotta give them credit. Like, they went in, they had an idea, and they went in on it. This isn't gonna something you're gonna see from Gatorade or Powerade, and I'll give them credit for it. Now, all that said, does that mean that I like it? Kind. There's definitely like a green apple taste to it. There's something, man. I guess for all intents and purposes, that's the caramel flavor, which is a little bit weird when you think in terms of like a beverage, you know, having a caramel flavor, but like, sure, why not? Hell, when I was a kid, went over there at one point in time, a family member went over there and dropped off a bunch of like, you know, basically just extra crap that they had in their kitchen. And to me and my dad, because, you know, we were in a little bit of a struggle period at that point, you know, ups and downs and all that stuff. And some of the stuff they gave us was not things that, you know, anybody really wanted. One of which was like caramel, like ice cream topping, you know, like along the lines of like Hershey's syrup, but caramel. And that's when I learned, hey, you can go over there and mix this with milk and make caramel milk, and it's pretty good. So, yeah, but aside from that, I don't think I've had any. Well, I probably had some other caramel flavored beverage. I wouldn't be surprised with all the stuff I've had in my life. I mean, there's something to it. I don't know that I'm in love with it, but I do like that it's unique for sure. Um, One thing I'll give them a fair amount of credit for, I would say the apple has a sharper flavor than the caramel or whatever you want to consider it. Um, but it doesn't feel unbalanced. Like, you don't feel like you're getting more apple than you are caramel. It's a nice blend of the two. It's not one or the other. If anything, it's more you get a solid blend of both, and then kind of at the end you get the sharpness of that green apple flavor more pronounced. It's like the aftertaste. You get that sharpness. I think I kind of like it. It's unusual, but like I do like unusual things, and I'll. I mean, it's one of those things. It's a little bit goofy, but like I'll kind of go with it. Hell, even what was it? Fanta. They did the Beetlejuice Fanta, which was like a spiced candy apple flavored drink. And that I actually like quite a bit. I reviewed it, by the way. You want to go check that out. This I don't think I like quite as much as that, but that isn't saying that much. Most people I knew who tried out that sour apple soda, or the candy apple soda, whatever you want to consider it, from Fanta, were not big fans. I personally thought it was pretty neat. I liked it. So what the hell do I know? But I will say this, I do kind of like this. It will not become my new favorite flavor of Replenish, but I do appreciate what they're doing with it. It's, again, I like that they just went all in on it. They didn't cheap out on it. They had an idea and they went for it. And I kind of like it. But 2 questions have to be asked. 3 questions. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Does it taste like a caramel apple? Sure. Yes. Kinda ish. Yeah. So the 3rd question is going to tie in with my first question. Relating to myself, would I get this again? On occasion, I know I would. Because it's not going to be my favorite flavor of Replenish. I'm definitely not, it wouldn't be a go-to grab for me. But I like that it exists, and I appreciate the fact that they went bold with it, and they just, again, they had that idea, and they went with it, they ran with it. I would get it again. I do, for me, it's a little bit of a hard sell anyway, because I'm not the biggest green apple fan, but I do kind of like what they did with it. I don't know how much it tastes like a real caramel apple. I mean, obviously they have to work within a very different medium than the actual caramel apple itself. But I can kind of see where they're going with it. There's definitely a little bit of a sweet and a little bit of a tart kind of contrast to flavors, and you folks know I like contrasting flavors. I kind of like it, but again, it would be more of a time and place kind of drink, not something I would just grab for shits and giggles most of the time. If I'm recommending it, though, I mean, it's a limited edition thing, right? Give it a go. Plus, what with it being Replenish, chances are you can probably get it on discount at some point. And they're usually not too bad in terms of price normally. I'd say if you run into it, give it a go. I don't know that you're going to love it, but I also don't know that well, no, I don't think anybody's going to love it. I look at this as being similar to kind of along the lines of the Mountain Dew Voodoo, like the Halloween seasonal Mountain Dew that Mountain Dew does. Where it's like, I've never known anybody who thinks that the Voodoos are like their favorite Mountain Dews, but everyone kind of gets excited for them every year because they're kind of fun. That's where I sort of place this. It's fun, and it's pretty good. And I do suggest trying it. But again, I don't think too many people are going to go out and buy crates of the damn thing. It's pretty good. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly caramel apple-tastic rest of your life. I'll be honest, though, on occasion I'll do a caramel apple, but it's not something I go to with any regularity. Because the problem, of course, with caramel apple is, once you get through that initial shell of the caramel, you just have an apple. I like an apple, but, like, that is definitely the downside to it, you know? It's not like it's infused with the caramel flavor. It's just that one delicious outer exterior. But final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me, I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, here's what I want you to go out and do. If, you know, especially with the seasons changing and all that stuff and everything and all the good times, I mean, I always look forward to fall. Let me know what your personal favorite, like, seasonal items are, you know? It doesn't even have to be food related. But, you know, what about the fall is something that you enjoy, you anticipate every single year, you know? Do you look forward to the Halloween stuff? Do you look forward to, you know, again, you know, the exclusive food deals and stuff like that, or, you know, what have you? So I'd be interested to hear your personal perspective on it. For me personally, I mean, I like pretty much all of it. I like the Halloween. I like, you know, the goofy seasonal stuff. But I also like the fact that it just gets cooler. And, like, as somebody who's not a big fan of summer, I am happy when fall comes by and just axes summer and kills it. So, but anyway,